My goal is to only spend $4,000 Canadian for this trip to Dubai, or only spend $3,000 USD. So I'm going to be going over all my expenses, and let's see at the end if I actually hit that target. I traveled to Dubai for a week, and in this video I'm going to be explaining everything I paid for. So the flight, hotel, food, activities, and even the Uber. I'll break down every single thing that I paid for so that you can have a really good idea how much you should budget yourself when you're looking to go for Dubai, or if you just want to know how expensive it is or if it's affordable for you. So I'll break down every single number for you. So let's get into it. Okay, so starting off, the trip was for 6 days, and we took the flight with the airline Qatar Airways, and it was a great flight. It was economy. It was a round trip, and it was, I think, like 13-hour flight, and for one person to go and come back. So I left from Montreal and went to Dubai, and then from Dubai I came back to Montreal. So that round trip cost me $2,000. Okay, so once we got to Dubai, we rented out an Airbnb, and it was for 6 days. And the area that we rented out the Airbnb was in Business Bay, which is 10 minutes from Dubai Mall. So it was very convenient for us. Every day we wanted to go walk there. It would just take us 10 minutes to go, 10 minutes to come back. Very convenient. I was literally in the center of everything. So very good location. And so it cost us $1,000 for those 6 days. And that's Canadian. And then the flight also $2,000. That was also Canadian. So $2,000 for the flight and $1,000 for the Airbnb. So up to now we're about $3,000 Canadian. Okay, so next what I'm going to talk about is the food. So we were there for 6 days and we did eat out a lot. And so I'm going to list you the restaurant and how much it cost in AED dirham and also in Canadian dollars. So that way you have an idea what the conversion is and how much it turns out to. Okay. So the first restaurant we went to was Miracle Gardens. Well, it wasn't a restaurant, right? We got juice from there, and we got 3 juices, and it was pineapple, mango, and kiwi, and it came out to 110 AED, which is about $41.83 Canadian, which is a lot for juice. I know, but yeah, so that's how much we paid for juice. Okay, so the next 2 places where we ordered food, I don't remember the name anymore because I ordered it from an app called Talabat Dubai. And basically, it's like Uber Eats but for Dubai. And basically, you can order food and it deliver it to your door. And we made 2 orders there. The first one, it was for $95.74 AED, which turns out to about $36.33 Canadian. And then the second restaurant we got it from was 93 AED, which is about $35.51 Canadian. All right, so those were the 2 orders that we did from that app. It was, like you see people driving around on those motorcycles, so you'll see that name everywhere. And then the third place where we went, this was in Dubai Mall. We wanted to get some sweets. And so this shop is called Hafiz Mustafa, and it cost us $84.87 AED, which is about $32.30 Canadian. Okay, so the next restaurant is very famous. Everyone, talks about it whenever you go to Dubai. It's called Al Baik, and basically it's like this chicken place. It's fried chicken place. So we got a meal there. And it was $17.25 Canadian. So that was pretty good. I like that. And then the last restaurant we went to, this was a Pakistani place. It was called Apna Kolachi Restaurant, and it cost us $33.30. So in total, the food cost us 515 AED, which is about $197 Canadian. Okay, the next thing, we obviously wanted to do activities there, right? So I'm going to list each activity that we did there, also how much it cost us, and yeah, what the activity was about. First one, we went to Miracle Garden. So that is a pretty cool place where you see a lot of flowers. They're shaped in really different things. Most of them are like animals, but they also have like a Smurfs village and then a really big airplane. all with like flowers and greenery and grass. So it's pretty cool. And so the ticket is usually the ticket is usually 100 AED. I was able to find a coupon that only allowed us to pay 81 AED. So we saved about 20 AED, and that cost came out to $30.88 Canadian. All right, so the next activity we did was visiting the Dubai Mall. So because we were living pretty close by, we didn't have to take Uber or train. We could just walk there, and the activity we did there was like the Dubai fountain, and that was free, right? Like after every 30 minutes you have like playing, so it was fun. We didn't have to pay anything because we were close by. Okay, this was my most favorite activity I did in Dubai. From all the 6 days that we were there, it was the Jeep Safari in the desert. It's also known, or more, yeah, it's known in Dubai as called dune bashing. And basically, you take a Jeep and you go into the desert, and there's a lot more stuff you do as well. So you get a private car, they pick you up, wherever you're located. They also drop you off at the same location, so you don't have to Uber back and forth, which is great, right? So you save money on Uber, plus you get to do sand surfing, and they take really good pictures and really good videos. So the driver, you can ask them, they'll do it for you. There's no extra charge for pictures or videos. Plus, you get to eat for free as well. It's included. You have an open buffet. They make chicken and beef on the grill and with fire and stuff, and you get to eat that. Really nice and juicy and very warm. So yeah, I really enjoyed the food there. And then you also get a camel ride, and you also get to watch the fire show, which was absolutely amazing. So I actually made a very detailed video about this trip. So make sure you watch the Jeep Safari trip, and yeah, you'll see what I'm talking about. So yeah, this company was absolutely amazing. I really enjoyed taking that trip. So the cost of this is, I believe, 250 or 300 USD. But it's definitely worth it, especially if you're with a group. You get all of this, right? It's absolutely amazing. So okay, perfect. So it cost us $250 USD for this Jeep Safari trip, and it comes out to $325 for the entire day. We left at like around 6. I think we left at 4 and we came back at 10. So it was like a 6-hour trip. Absolutely amazing. If you're in Dubai, you must do this trip. All right, so the next thing, I included this within the trips category because without this, you can't really travel, and it's a SIM card. So you usually get one at the airport if you're a new tourist for like 24 hours or 48 hours, I forget. And then for the remaining days, like you need another SIM card, right, to be able to get data. And so, yeah, so we had to buy one, right, a plan, and it cost us $49 AED, and that's $18.70 Canadian, and that is for 7 days. Okay, the limit was for 7 days, and we got, I think, about 30 gigabytes of data. Okay, and yeah, it lasted for 7 days. We were there for 6. So yeah, so that was super important, right? Because we have to call Uber, we have to check tickets and all our Google Map routes and stuff. So it's super important to have a SIM card so you can travel and have your internet with you. Okay, so that was it. And then the total cost of all the activities that I just mentioned, that was 982 AED, which is about 375 Canadian. We also took a lot of Ubers. It wasn't a lot, like it was, I think, 4 in total. And so I'll give you the cost of each trip, where we went and how much it cost to go and come back. So the first trip, we went to Miracle Gardens. We went in a Tesla Model 3, and it took us about, I think, 30 to 45 minutes, around that. And then the cost of it going to Miracle Garden from our hotel, it cost us 130 AED and about $50 going to the garden. Okay, $50 Canadian. And then on our second trip coming back, so from Miracle Garden back to our hotel, I end up getting a Tesla Model Y. So that also took us about 30 to 45 minutes, and that was 105 AED, and which came out to $40 Canadian. So a bit, $10 a bit less, right? So yeah, it was during the nighttime when we came back, and when we left, it was during the daytime. So maybe that's the reason. Yeah. So yeah. So basically, you know, about $40 to $50 Uber trip to go and come back. Yeah, so the total for this Uber trip was 232 AED, which is about $90 Canadian. Okay, so the last Uber we did was when we came to Dubai, we went from the airport to our hotel, and then from our hotel, we went back to the airport. So this trip was also 30 to 45 minutes, and the cost from going from the airport to the hotel, it cost us $89 and yeah, sorry, 89 AED, which is about $34 Canadian. Okay, and the car that we got, it was a big car. It was a 8-seater car, and you know, we folded some of the seats for our luggage, and yeah, it was very comfortable riding in it. So it was a pretty good seat. It was a pretty good car. And then the last Uber trip we did was going from the hotel to the airport. Also a really big SUV. It was also an 8-seater. And yeah, it cost us $107 AED, and that was about $41 Canadian. So that was a range, right? $34 to $41 for Uber if you want to go from hotel to airport, airport to hotel. So yeah, that was, you know, for each thing, the cost. Now what I want to do is I want to give you guys the total of each thing, how much it costs in total for each category. So for the airport trips, sorry, the Uber trips, or all my Uber trips in total, it cost me 400. It cost me around 430 AED, which is about $165 Canadian. Next, we have our activities. So it cost me 980 AED, which is about $375 Canadian for all the activities that I mentioned. For food, it was $515 AED, and it comes out to about $197 Canadian. And then the cost for the Airbnb was $1,000. The flight was $2,000 Canadian. And so now let me give you the total of the total price of everything combined together. So in total, it cost me 9,800 AED, which was about 3,800 Canadian dollars, and for USD, it was about $2,900 USD. Okay, now I'm going to give you the cost per day. So in AED, which is dirham, it cost 1,700. For Canadian, it was $630 per day, and then for USD, $480 per day. Okay, so that's the cost for 6 days. So I hope you guys like this video. Let me know, what do you think? Was this an expensive trip? Do you think this was affordable? Do you think we paid too much? And yeah, would you be comfortable paying this much money going to Dubai for 6 days? Let me know in the comments below. I'll be happy to, you know, answer some of your questions if you have any, or just, you know, see what you have to say. And then, yeah, make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you can get more of these details about, you know, some of the other trips that I'm going to do. And then, yeah, if you have any questions about budgeting, finance, or you want me to make videos about certain trips or certain countries, let me know. I'll be happy to do them. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. If you haven't, you can ask me questions there and watch my stories there too. And if you have any questions, you can also send me an email at howtokeepmore@gmail.com. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.